This video is brought to you by Squarespace.
Yeah, that looks fine. Hello, readers and greeters. Do you find it hard to find time for the hobbies that you love because you work so gosh darn much? Yeah, I get that. I find it very difficult sometimes to make time for the things that I love, namely reading books. But you might be thinking, Ian, you make book YouTube content. How do you find it difficult to find time to read? Apart from what I do full-time on YouTube, I also have another full-time job. I'm what's known as a commercial site surveyor. Yeah, it's not as glamorous as it sounds. Basically, I drive all over the state of Utah, taking pictures of buildings, measuring those buildings so that those buildings can look pretty with signs and canopies and stuff like that. But there are days that consume all of my time and I don't feel like reading anything when I get home. That's why today's challenge, I attempt to read as many books as I possibly can while working 9 to 5. What's interesting about my day job is that I don't actually work 5 days a week. It is a long story. Essentially, I work Tuesdays through Thursdays. Mondays are one of those YouTube days I edit, film, and read books. Friday, circle back to Monday. Yeah, I do that. And then Saturday, ditto. But on top of that, when I get home from my day job, I'm also going back to YouTube. So YouTube pretty much is my full-time job, and my actual job now feels like a side gig. Before we get into the challenge, a word from today's sponsor, Squarespace. Again, by now, if you have no idea what Squarespace is, listen up. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform. Want to build a website online? Then Squarespace is the tool for you. The things that I love specifically about Squarespace are, one, their Blueprint AI. You can make a completely personalized website from scratch, using their professional layouts and styling options to build your unique online presence. The other thing that I love about Squarespace are their SEO tools. I am all about optimizing my search online, and Squarespace does it better than anybody else. Like anything online, SEO is the foundation of what you do. Squarespace offers you those tools so that you'll be seen, supported, and successful. Head on over to squarespace.com for your free trial today, or go to squarespace.com/IanGubeli for 10% off your first domain and or website. Link in the description. Back to the video. Friends, family, and intimate reading associates. Mondays are pretty much what you saw at the beginning. Editing, filming, reading, doing YouTube stuff. Now I am headed down south. This week is crazy, and I am so excited to bring you along for the ride. I have to go down to central Utah right now, do some work. It is several hours later. Yeah, it is 10 o'clock at night. I know probably that scenery looked beautiful on the way here. Yeah, I felt like I got stuck in a hurricane. I've never seen it rain like that in Utah, like period. And if I have, I've definitely blocked it out of my memory because that was terrible to drive in. For work, I drive a 20,000-pound vehicle. It can only do so well in wet conditions like that. And holy crap, I was, let's just say I was clenching. You didn't come here to just watch me do a vlog. You came here to see me read books, or at least hear me talk about books. And so the first book that I want to dig into for this video is Crime and Punishment. I was actually sent this from an amazing subscriber in the UK. Thank you so much. You know who you are. Just absolutely stunning. And they're all so different looking, and they all represent the book so well. I don't know, just looking at it, I thought, man, I've not read Crime and Punishment ever in my life. I'm already enjoying it so far. I'm excited to kind of delve into the moral and ethical exploration that an author like Dostoevsky is famous for, of delving into human nature. But it is late and I am still feeling it from the 50-hour challenge. So I'm gonna try to read, and I'm gonna hit the hay, and I will see you when the sun is up. It is the next morning. I am currently at a gas station fueling up and about to hit the road. Last night, I did fall asleep reading Crime and Punishment. I made it from like page 11 to page 56. Not bad. Not bad at all. Classics are so interesting. There was just a different way of writing in the 19th century. There was just a different way of thinking, a different way of phrasing things, a different way of crafting a story, crafting a plot, crafting characters. The characters feel a bit larger than life. They feel a bit more theatrical, as if you could see performers performing this, like a certain scene on stage. When Raskolnikov talks to Mama Laudov at the bar, and Marmeladov is just, he's drunk off of his butt, and he's just pouring his life story, and he's just, oh my gosh, I can't believe I wasted my wife's money, blah blah blah. He just went on and on. There was literally a 3.5-page paragraph of this freaking drunkard pouring himself out to Raskolnikov. I couldn't help but, like, on one hand be completely awed by how it was written, and then at the same time laugh, because it's like, dude, this guy is a caricature of a drunk man. But at the same time, Dostoevsky really captured this man's struggle within himself. So I have a drive and a half. I have to go to Moab, which is roughly 2.5 hours from where I'm currently sitting. And then I have to backtrack further south to a little place called Richfield, which is a place that I grew up around all the time, hung out with, had friends there growing up in high school. And then from there, I have to make my way all the way to St. George, which from Moab is like a 4-hour drive. So today is going to be one of those days where I'm mainly getting paid to drive. It's about 6-7 hours. Anyway, we're going to hit the road, and I'm going to call my wife because I miss her. So have a good day. Alright, made it to Moab, folks. Through rain and goodness gracious. So I'm gonna do my survey real quick, and then I need to talk to you about freaking Crime and Punishment. Okay, that's done. That took me all but 3 minutes. Anywho, so I have now made it from page 56 to 94. Yes, I did acquire an audiobook, and it does match this translation, so it's very, very nifty. I will say, the man who's doing this audiobook crushes. I mean, it's like a performance. Dude, the voices he does, the way he reads it, the way he articulates, oh man. It's one of the best audiobooks I've had the privilege to listen to. It's also helped me understand a little bit more. Isn't that crazy how sometimes an audiobook can help you understand something more than just actually reading it on the page? The infamous murder scene happened, and dude, all the crap that happened before it and after it, so funny. Maybe I shouldn't have laughed. Maybe it's supposed to be funny and I'm doing exactly what Dostoevsky imagined me to do almost 200 years later. This man passes out so much. When the young man came to himself again, when the young man woke up, he found himself somewhere else. Like, he has chronic fainting. I don't understand it. I've been intimidated by Dostoevsky, specifically Crime and Punishment and The Brothers Karamazov. I don't know what the heck I was so worried about. Classics are not that intimidating, at least the ones that I've read. My next destination is Richfield. Good old classic Richfield. Yeah. I'll see you when I see you. Made it home. Home, sweet home. Hello folks. It's been a few hours since I hung out with you guys. I went on a little adventure. Right now I'm kind of just going back through really old comments and trying to just get book recommendations. And an author who's been mentioned in my comments pretty much since the start of this channel is Kurt Vonnegut. And then the second is one that's been on my mind for a while, and I just don't know why I haven't picked it up. That is For Whom the Bell Tolls by Ernest Hemingway. I want to finally enter my Steinbeck Hemingway era. I'm gonna start editing the video that I filmed over the weekend. I did run into some quality issues because I filmed the entire thing on my phone. It's really bad, really poor quality, so I'm gonna try to fix it. Hey there, YouTube. All right, made it over 50%. I'm at part 4. I'm on page 239. I think at the pace that I'm going, this probably is going to be the only book that I read this week, which is fine. It's more realistic of what I actually read in a week. I'm usually a book a week, book every 2 weeks kind of guy if I'm not excited about a certain idea that I'm filming for YouTube or whatnot. But this isn't a book that you rush through. Raskolnikov is a psychopath. Can we just say that? There is this weird dichotomy. He feels inner guilt for killing 2 people, and he doesn't want to get caught. But at the same time, he can't help but kind of boast that he's the murderer and that he enjoyed it. He's a freak. Of all the books I could have picked for this challenge, I picked Crime and Punishment. He confuses me, but I think eventually it's gonna catch up to him. I have more surveys to do today than I did yesterday. Yesterday was just longer driving time, and so today is gonna be a little bit shorter. I have something to do here in St. George, and then I have to go to a little town a little further north of here called Hurricane. Yes, it is spelt hurricane, but you say that to the locals and they are going to laugh in your face. So it is Hurricane. Just like Knoxville is not Knoxville. To the inhabitants of Eastern Tennessee, it is Knoxville. Nashville. I passed a place yesterday in the middle of nowhere, Utah called Hanksville. It would be Hanksville. It's just the way of the world here. And then my last stop is in Cedar City, which I passed through on the way here. And then after that, I get to go home and be with my wife and my dog. So I'm so happy. Let's get the day started, shall we? Look familiar? Yes, I got home a while ago, actually. And then we actually went somewhere to edit our videos. I mean, that's nothing new. My schedule, working all day, driving all day, coming back, and then editing, working a second job all night, and then also trying to read books, not only just for pleasure, for the YouTube channel. It's a lot of juggling in my life, but that's kind of what the point of this video is. I have driven hundreds of miles, and I get to do it again tomorrow. Tomorrow, I am going to Tremonton, as we say around here, Tremonton, Brigham City, and Logan. Today, I was at the tippity bottom of the state, and tomorrow I will be at the tippity top. I've only read 1 chapter since last time I updated you. I am going to read a bunch tonight, hopefully. Well, I say that, but it's like 10 o'clock right now. I often do this to myself. I run with both ends burning, and it is a delight. I'm sorry, you didn't need to see that. Well, I'm in Logan. Just got done with my first survey of the day. I have been listening to this on and off. I don't know, man, this book is just wild. Rodya Romanovich Raskolnikov. It's like he wants to get caught, but he doesn't want to get caught. There was a plot twist that happened right at the end of part 4 that I didn't see coming, and it happened in front of Raskolnikov, and he was completely bewildered. There's no way this story ends with him getting away scot-free with this. There's just no way. This holds up so well. Really been taking my time on this one. What's going on, folks? I have been editing. Oh, look at that. Currently 7.5 minutes into a video that you're probably going to see before this video. Yeah, I've been editing for a good hour and a half. Editing is so fun, but editing is definitely what makes this a second job. I'm done for the evening because it's almost 8 o'clock. I really want to get back to Crime and Punishment. Oh my gosh, our psychopath is at it again. What is that little rapscallion Raskolnikov gonna do next? Dostoevsky is building to that final point. Will he get caught? Will he not? I'm excited to see if he does, because I don't like his attitude. It's the next day. I feel like I haven't been filming the past 2 days. Yesterday was just kind of long. I didn't touch this after I got home from work at all. So I'm still sitting at page 318. It is Friday morning. Ashlynn is trying out a Pilates class, and I thought, while I wait for her, might as well. He's a psychopath. No one in their right frame of mind could waffle back and forth between pride and guilt like this about doing something so heinous. The devil killed her, but I killed myself that day. I'm speechless at how absolutely stupid that is, and how the woman's just like, oh, no,
Blah, 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 blah. What is going on? Dude, you committed murder, you psychopath.
Yes, it is the next day. I did not finish the video yesterday, editing, and I did not finish Crime and Punishment. I'm almost done with the first draft of this video. With Crime and Punishment, I am sitting on page 397. I read probably 40 pages yesterday. I have to read another, it's like 60 pages left. All right, let's fix that. The week is done. The challenge is over. I read one book. Also picked an insanely busy week to do this challenge, so... Crime and Punishment. Was it worth it? Yes. Was it as good as everyone says it is? Kind of. I like the plot, I like the characters, but like all classics, it has that unidentifiable trait that I just can't put my finger on that makes me kind of, I don't know. I think I like modern prose better than classic prose. Don't come after me, English lit majors. I mean, it's not a book that I'm going to rate by any means. I really don't know how to rate a book like this. I'm glad that I read it. And do I recommend it to people? Absolutely. But folks, I'm tired of this video, and I'm so sorry if this sucked. I mean, this was one of those videos that halfway through it, I was like, man, I don't have any good footage. This is not a good video. I've been second guessing myself for the past like 4 or 5 videos, and I'm done. So this is the last mediocre video you're gonna get from me. I'm putting in double time because I want this channel to actually be good. I'm glad you got to see a little bit of what I do. I know I did a terrible job of explaining it. I don't know. I don't really like talking about my job. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you again to the sponsor of today's video, Squarespace. Head on over to squarespace.com for your free trial today, or go to squarespace.com/IanGubeli for 10% off your next website and or domain. See you in the next one.